I started falling in love again with the Philippines.
They think that the Philippines is very outdated, it's impoverished. Why did you consider going back to the Philippines for retirement?
Because if you would think about what's going on in the US, so much have changed. Any small business have closed. In the Philippines, there's so much opportunity.
Would you say that we're kind of in a rough position here with the current US housing market?
They own a home, but some of them lost their job.
How much did you buy your condo in Eastwood for?
8 million.
And so now it's worth
16
million. So it's doubled in price.
We're here to inform them that there are other options. Philippines is great, it is safe, and there's opportunity for them to start investing in the real estate here.
What's up, savvy expats? We are in the heart of BGC, right in front of the 3D screen, and today I have a special video for you all because we are with our special guest, Dorotea. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you, Evan. It's a pleasure to be part of your video.
Of course. So Dorotea is currently growing her YouTube channel, and she reached out to me about 2 months ago on Instagram because you were a follower of the channel.
Yes.
Right? And so now you're here in the Philippines. You just flew in, correct?
Yes, yesterday.
And I suppose this is going to be a unique video because it's a raw walk and talk. So let's get walking around BGC, what we always talk about, this beautiful city. So that's a 3D screen behind us, but more about you, Dorotea. Tell us a little bit about your story, where you were born, where you were raised, and where it all started for you.
Yes, so I was born here in the Philippines, and when I was 13, that's when we moved to California, United States. 13, and then of course, at a young age, my husband and I, we started a family. From there, we decided to be adventurous instead of working for someone else. I decided to start a business. I am an insurance agent with, and I do have some staff who's working in the office while I'm away.
Wow. Okay, I love it. Shall we get some AC? It's too hot, guys.
Yes.
Philippine heat. Let's go inside. Let's get our wheels straight because it's Philippine heat, guys. You know how it is. So basically, you started your insurance business?
Yes, my office is located in Milpitas, California, and we have been an agency for about almost 7 years.
7 years.
But before that, of course, we have other adventure or other businesses. So from there, we learn how to manage a business.
It's all in California. You're based out of the Bay Area?
Bay Area, yes.
Right? And then you have a family as well.
Yes, yes.
So you have children, boy and girl, or what's it?
Yes, we have 2 children. My oldest one is 29, and then the youngest one is 27.
Okay, nice,
Yes.
nice. And so what brings you back to the Philippines after having left the country?
Yes, well, me and my husband, we are in that stage where we're interested to start looking for options for business opportunity, and also for hopefully we can retire early.
Okay.
Back then, when we were young, we were so focused on our business and also growing family. So at that time, we have no interest of coming here in the Philippines.
Right.
But then the more I watch YouTube and also the more I research about Philippines, I started falling in love again with the Philippines.
Really?
In the Philippines, yes.
Wow.
So my husband and I, we've traveled for last year, and at the beginning of this year, I traveled here again, and then I'm back again.
Wow.
So we are so interested on what opportunity is open here, and also how can we prepare ourselves for early retirement.
Wow, I love that. So you guys are doing FIRE, Financial Independence Retire Early. It's a big movement online of doing early retirement. And then it's interesting to me because when you typically hear about people that are moving to the Philippines, of course it's retirees, right?
Yes.
But the backlash that some of these retirees get from people that don't know much about the country is pretty unique to me. They think that the Philippines is very outdated, all of it's impoverished. Why did you consider going back to the Philippines for retirement or coming back for business in retirement?
Because if you would think about what's going on in the U.S., so much have changed for the past few years. Let's go ahead and give an example, like in San Francisco.
Right.
Many of the business owners or many small business have closed in San Francisco because of all the vandalism that's been happening.
Right.
Basically, they've lost a lot of their goods. They've also the inflation are expensive, and the labor cost is also expensive.
Yeah.
So a lot of losses there instead of keeping the business open.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So here in the Philippines, there's so much opportunity. One is the real estate. The second part is other type of business opportunity here, such as virtual assistants or staffing agency. And then if you don't want to open your own business here, maybe you should just consider being a nomad or a social media
Work online.
influencer. Yes, or work online.
Right.
Yes,
And so you said that for work, you are an insurance agent.
I am.
Correct. So I can imagine that you talk with a lot of people in regards to that homeownership basically.
Yes.
Right. What's your experience been talking with these homeowners in today's economy in the U.S.?
Yes. Talking to my customers, so much have changed. One is the inflations. Everything are getting more expensive. They own a home, but some of them lost their job.
Wow.
Yes. So it's really difficult for them to maintain their lives the way it was. So now they're rushing to sell their house, and at the same time, they're trying to keep as much savings as much as possible because they don't know until when they're going to be unemployed.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And then the other part is they're trying to sell their house, but then no one can buy their home because of the interest rate is really high.
Wow. So your general clientele, would you say that we're kind of in a rough position here with the current U.S. housing market?
Yeah, so it's really a tough. There are so many people who want to own a real estate in the U.S., but they cannot afford it. So for me or for us, we're here to inform them that there are other options,
Right.
not just staying in the U.S. Philippines is great.
Right.
It is safe, and there's opportunity for them to start investing in the real estate here.
Right.
And it is, they will love it here because, again, just like myself, I'm looking for opportunity in real estate investment.
Really. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience with investing in real estate in the Philippines?
Sure. So last year when I started looking on Facebook, someone was talking to me before that they bought a house or a condo in the past, and they start making payments, and now the value of their condo have increased.
Wow.
So that got me interested, and so I started looking at Facebook and looking for a resale. But then I found this one condo that is in Eastwood, and basically they wanted to sell their condo. So I contacted the real estate agent, and then I asked more what's the situation or what's going on. And basically the unit is now ready to be turned over. The buyer have put down 30% down payment already. However, since now they need to look for ways to pay the remaining balance, they can't get a loan for those remaining balance. So now they're looking for other options of maybe just selling or just trying to get what they paid for.
Wow.
For the down payment. But then I told them that this is all what I can afford, or this is what I'm going to give them. Either you lose all your 30% down payment, or I'm going to give you some part of that back. So that's how they've agreed. And so I got the condo lower than the pre-selling price. And for that type of condo, They are selling them now at around 16 million pesos.
Wow.
Yes,
And if you don't mind us asking, how much did you buy your condo in Eastwood for?
8 million.
8 million pesos.
Yes,
And so now it's worth
16
16 million.
And it is being rented at 65,000 for the unit. It's 2 bedroom, 2 bath with maid's room. And then it also has a one parking spot.
That's a good investment if I've ever heard one. So it's doubled in price. Eastwood is, by the way, one of the more prominent cities within Manila.
Yes.
More westernized as well. You're renting it out at about 65,000.
65,000 for the unit and then
Okay.
5,000 for the parking spot.
And how many bedroom is this?
2 bedroom, 2 bath with maid's room and it has its own bathroom.
Wow. And what year did you purchase this condo?
Last year, October.
Last year. That actually really shocks me because when I post real estate videos on my channel, one of the most common comments we get is, Evan, the real estate is too overpriced. But you only bought last year, which is very, very unique. And yet it's still doubled in price
Yes.
within 1 year.
Yes.
Okay, so guys, clearly we're missing out on something here. Clearly we don't know something about real estate investing in the Philippines. So check out Dorotea's channel because she's doing something right. I love it. Okay, so now that you're in the Philippines, this is your first time in BGC, correct?
Yes.
What's your first impressions of this city?
The city,
Yeah,
the BGC.
of BGC. We walked around a little bit.
Yes, the BGC is beautiful, and it is, again, it's safe, it's welcoming. People are very friendly. They are just open to everyone. They don't care if you're Filipino, if you're American.
Yeah.
They will greet you with a smile. And
Yes.
besides the people, again, they did such a good job in making this area a good community for everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
beautiful.
It is. And one of the main topics that we were talking about earlier here at BGC Shangri-La, the lounge there, was about home ownership. And we got to talk a little bit about it already. But what do you foresee with the housing market and the overall average family living in the U.S. maybe 3 years from now or 4 years from now?
Yeah, so based on what's going on in the US with not everyone, but some people are losing their job, the inflation are too high, they can't sell their house, and then also the interest rate is too high where they cannot afford to buy a house. So there will be more inventory in the market. And so if you are one of those people who cannot afford a house in the US, then consider maybe start investing in other country, such as Philippines. Because the good thing about in the Philippines, we welcome foreigners.
Yes, that's
Yes.
true. That's true. And specifically when it comes to buying condos here, that's completely legal for 100% ownership under a foreigner,
Yes.
right? And you're dual citizenship. You have dual
Yes.
citizenship, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, but even as a foreigner, you could buy a condo here in the Philippines.
Yes. And even if, let's say, you're a foreigner, you could actually own a piece of land for as long as it's 1,000 square meter or less.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that. So
Yes.
apparently also foreigners can own land here if it's 1,000 square meter or less.
Yes.
I see. Very interesting.
So there's so much opportunity. And then also for our kapwa Filipinos who's working abroad and maybe they had a bad experience in the past and not considering of coming back or moving back to the Philippines, reconsider because this is our land. We need to take opportunity of what's available to us and take advantage of it. Take a leap of faith, but don't just listen to me. I would suggest for you to visit multiple times here in the Philippines, and then see what you think about it. right?
Yes. So often one of the main comments that I've gotten in the past is, Evan, why did you and your family move to the Philippines? You're just going to move back to the US once money dries up and there's no money to be made in the Philippines. Yet I see you established yourself as an entrepreneur, you run your own insurance agency, yet you decided to eventually make a move to the Philippines for a business opportunity. What would you say to those who apparently say that there's no money to be made in the Philippines?
There's so much opportunity here. I would advise to them to reconsider because here in the Philippines there are so much opportunity, such as, let's say, opening a business, even just a small business as a start, a real estate investment. If you can't afford an investment in the US or other country, try it here. And before you make that big decision, you should visit first and experience with living here in BGC or other cities, and see if that is something that you really want to prepare for your retirement. I would suggest them to at least give themselves 3 to 5 years to prepare for their real estate or moving here. So therefore, it's not going to be a shock for them when they decide to move here.
Yes, absolutely. And something that I'm still personally stuck on is that only 1 year ago, you bought your condo for half the price of what it's worth right now. Oftentimes on the channel, a lot of our concerns is that if the Philippine real estate market is overpriced, right? Yet the prices are still continuing to go up. And I've talked to one of the homeowners here, condo owners here in BGC. He's a Filipino American, and he bought a $200,000 condo. It was our last video we made. And he said one of his biggest regrets wasn't not buying earlier.
Yes.
Is there any advice, because you did it right, you invested right, and it paid off. Is there any advice that you would give to somebody that's kind of on edge with investing in the Philippines and the market here?
Yeah, so first, do your research. And then second, talk to the experts. Third is, if you would invest with credible developers. And then also, if you have a chance to start early at the pre-selling stage, start it if you can afford it. Because eventually, when the property is ready to be turned over, then you already have earned your equity.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and you also have put down enough down payment or deposit. And after 3 years or 4 years, then you just have to pay the remaining balance either through cash, or you could get a loan or refinance your current home and pay it cash.
Absolutely. And that's great advice. For the average foreigner coming here, they're not very, I suppose, aware of what's going on in the real estate market here. A lot of us guys, even myself included, we have the tendency to compare the Philippine real estate market to the US real estate market when they're completely unrelated, or almost completely unrelated to each other. What a property is priced at in the US is not going to affect the property prices here in the Philippines. So we have to compare, and we have to look at how relative a property is to its own location.
Yes.
And so with BGC, yes, a property may be priced at $200,000 for a small one-bedroom unit, but then again, if you look at every other condo within its radius, it's that price, if not more.
Yes.
So yes, it's expensive for our standards as Americans and what we're used to in terms of square footage, but the market here is that's what it's priced at. And it's only going up since then.
Yes, I know in the US it goes up and down, but here in the Philippines, and I've heard this on the presentations from one of the developers, that for the next few years, there is a chance that their investment will go up about 5 to 7% every year.
Every year.
Yes.
Interesting. And yours happened to go up by double in 1 year. So those are conservative numbers, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Those are very conservative numbers. Now, like I mentioned, we're not completely experienced when it comes to investing in real estate here in the Philippines, but you are. Is there any way that some of our audience can reach you if they have any inquiries or advice that they need on real estate investing here?
Yes, absolutely. You could visit my website at doroteatuzon.com, and on the top you will see it says investing in the Philippines. Just go ahead and scroll down, fill out the information there, And once we receive your information, we will forward your contact information to the developer who can assist you. And they are the experts. So I want you to get connected to the expert who could help you from the start all the way to the end.
Amazing, amazing. And you also
Yes.
have your own YouTube channel, like you mentioned, that you just started growing. So guys, I'll leave her website as well as her YouTube channel in the link in the description down below. If I was personally coming here for the Philippines for the first time and I don't know how the market looks like, I would have a quick call with Dorotea. And can you talk a little bit about what you talk about or what you discuss on your YouTube channel?
In my YouTube, it's Dorotea Tuzon. We've talked about cost of living here in the Philippines, retiring here in the Philippines, or preparing for your retirement before making a move of moving here to the Philippines.
Love it, love it. At the end of the day, this channel is called The Savvy Expat, guys. So one last question that I have. For the average American, we don't know what kind of crisis is going to come. We don't know if there's a recession that's going to come in 1 year, 2 years, but we know for sure that we are most likely due for one with the interest rates and the debt that we have and the housing market that we're seeing right now. And you said there's a lot of people that are having a hard time even selling their homes right now.
Correct.
Correct?
Yes.
So we are due for something to happen.
Yes.
What advice would you give to the average American to position themselves correctly in a time that's in a recession, basically, that may come?
So if you have some savings, keep that as much as possible. Don't spend if you don't have to. Don't buy any big items such as cars. Wait until this high inflation goes down. Wait until the interest rate goes down. And also wait until more inventory is available for you to purchase. Because believe it or not, it is tough market in the US. So in order for you to be ahead, just make sure that you have some cash available. So when that opportunity comes, you could grab that opportunity by buying real estate either in the US, but also probably consider investing here in the Philippines.
Absolutely. So guys, get the credit line straight, get some, you got to get your credit score up there, because if the market does happen to go down, which I think we know it will, in the US, you want to be positioned correctly for these times to come and have that flexibility of where to spend. And interesting times we're in, and even more interesting conversations. So I really appreciate it a lot, Dorotea. Check out her website as well as her YouTube in the description down below. And guys, we'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for being on the channel.
Thank you, Evan,
Of
for
course.
allowing me to be part of this video.
Of course, of course. And we'll see you guys in the next one. God
Thank you.
bless.
Bye-bye.